guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I have an actual tutorial for you guys. So yeah, what I am doing here is filling in my super thick ass Mexican brows. I use the Kat Von D Super Brow, which is essentially a pomade in the shade Walnut. What you can see me doing here is brushing them out with soap. Oh my god, this is my first time doing a voiceover, so I apologize. But basically, I use a Super Brow in the shade Walnut, and I am just slowly combing them out with a empty mascara wand, and I spray just whatever water in that Lush Bohemian soap that you see me doing there. And honestly, it's like the only thing that keeps my brows in place. No brow gel really works for me, so that's what I do to set them. And then now I am taking the e.l.f. Putty Primer, and I think I only place this in my T-zone. Is that what I'm doing? Yeah. It has squalane oil in it, so it's actually pretty hydrating. Now I am taking my Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Foundation. I'm in the shade 270. Well, in this video I was, but girl, I went to the beach like 2 times within the week, and now I'm at 410. It's insane. But essentially, I just apply that with a old school foundation brush everywhere so I get an even application, and then blend it out with my Beauty Blender. That brush I got at Daiso, by the way, for like $3. It's actually my favorite. So yeah, that's what I am doing. I kind of go in more sheer layers because I find that if I do one thick layer, any foundation tends to be a little too heavy on me. When I do light layers building up to full coverage, I have a more even application and it just looks silkier. Now I'm taking the Black Up contour stick on a random brush. I don't even know what brush that is. I think I got it for like Christmas in a kit for my sister. And I am contouring my nose with a cream. Yeah, I mean, I feel like with this whole voiceover thing, I can't be too specific because, like I said, this is my first time. I feel like it's going really fast, but let me know if you guys like these more. I feel like I can get more done, but yeah. I kind of just go back and forth when doing my nose contour. It's kind of really important to me now that I know how to do it. It's like one of those steps I can't live without. And then I'm taking the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium. I outline the edges of my nose contour with this to make it a little bit more defined and slimmer. And then I obviously place this under my eye. Also, now that I like watch myself doing my makeup, I've noticed that in other YouTubers' videos, when I see them apply the Shape Tape Concealer, I'm like, holy shit, they apply so much. And I honestly really don't on my face. And now that I'm watching this video, I'm like, oh, it just looks like people put a lot on. It's just the way the camera picks up. So yeah, it looks like I have a shit ton on, which I probably have more than the average person, but realistically, like, there's not that much on there. And then again, I'm going back and forth with that brush with my nose contour, the Beauty Blender, the brush, and I just go back and forth until I'm happy with how smooth the blend is. I try to make it look as natural as I can, but obviously we are faking a nose here, so girl, it's really not going to be that natural. And then now I am highlighting my face with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in light medium. So I only take this one on high points of my face I really want to stand out, which is going to usually be my forehead, the very, like the middle of the bridge of my nose and up. And then I take some down on my cheekbones a little bit, like or my under eye area, blending that out. And then I still use the Ben Nye banana powder. Oh my god, that honestly, the shelf life on that is probably over. I need to get a new one, but I've had that powder for so long, and I've recently been going back to it because I find that it makes my skin look really nice and smooth, and I've kind of got a bit of a tan going on, so yeah, it just looks better. And then I recently got the Lancome eye primer, which I like it, but I'm still trying to get used to the fact that it has no color to it. I usually use Shape Tape Concealer to prime my eyes, but recently I've been using this primer and I like it. It's just different. And then here I am taking the Kat Von D Divine palette The first shade I'm going in with is Waters, and I'm taking a Morphe brush. Honestly, I'm just sitting on my bed watching this as I go. I'll have the brushes and everything I use in the description box, but I'm just placing that on my crease. And this video is sped up. I typically do take a really long time blending out my eyeshadows because I like it to be super smooth, and to me makeup is fun, so I'll just sit there and get lost in my thoughts, listen to music, and that's how I achieve a very smooth blend, is just being patient and going back and forth until I'm happy with my pigment on my eyes. And then I always extend my eyeshadows a little bit outward because I do have such like my face sinks in when it comes to like across my eyes area. My temples and brow bone are very popped out. So I extend my eyeshadow out so that way the center of my face isn't so squished in, I guess. But yeah, I'm just going back and forth. I brought it under my eye. And girl, what's the next step? What am I doing now? Oh, I'm taking a smaller blending brush. Again, I'll have the numbers of the brush listed below. And I'm taking the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette and taking the more turquoisey color. And then I'm placing that in the outer V of my eye and blending outward again. You can see how I extend it out. And then I'm bringing it, I'm taking it on the inner part, but I'm kind of only targeting it in my tear duct and pulling outward, not fully attaching it to the other, my V, because I'm doing a halo eye. So yeah, you can see me out here singing. Don't even know what song I was singing, but you know, I'm just deepening up the outer and inner parts because I am doing a halo eye here, but I'm not bringing that turquoise super high up, so that way you can definitely see the blend. And then when I do halo eyes, I usually don't do the halo on the bottom. I'll extend the color fully all the way under my lash line. And don't be afraid to smoke it out super low. If anything, it just makes your eyes look bigger, even though it can look a little bit scary. I have creases under my eye, and I find that when I drag my eyeshadows like further down, you can't tell I have creases under my eyes. And yeah, it's like a little hack, I guess. And then I'm just going back and forth again and again, deepening up my turquoise color compared to the blue one. I believe I only end up using 2 colors of blue, but it looks like I have different colors because I blend it well, I guess. I don't know, whatever. And then next I'm taking one of those, what brush is that? Oh, that's a Wet n Wild brush with the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I believe I use the shade Light Medium, and I'm just cutting my crease. I cut my crease a little above my lid so that way you can see it once I'm looking open, like straight on. And I tend to rest my arm on my table so that way I have an easier application. And then you can see what I did previously was take the Beauty Blender and pick up some of that product when you pounce on it, so that way it's not so intense. And then I'm taking the gold shade in the Divine palette and patting that all over where I placed the concealer. And then with the smaller blending brush, I'm taking that turquoise back out of the Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette and bringing back in the gradient from my halo eye. So it kind of has like a little sunset vibe going on there, but with blue. And again, the trick is just going back and forth until you are happy with the gradient effect that you are giving yourself. Again, I apologize if I sound super off while doing this. This whole voiceover thing is so weird for me, and I'm pretty sure my voice sounds ugly, so whatever. Next, I'm taking a pinky shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette and hitting my inner corner with that just to make my eyes pop a little bit more, give it a little bit more dimension. I like when 2 totally different colors are mixed together and they clash. It kind of makes your look unique. If anything, that's one of my biggest inspiration tips when doing my makeup is putting in together colors that you typically wouldn't use together. I just find it makes it look unique. And then I'm taking the NYX black eyeliner in the matte one. There's a vinyl one and a matte one. I have purchased the vinyl one on accident a few times because the packaging looks the same, so just make sure you're looking for the liquid matte liner. I've been using this eyeliner for so long now, it stays in place all day. It's really easy to use. And it's safe for oily eyelids. Like it wears beautifully. I love this eyeliner. I think it's only like $5 or $6.99 at Ulta as well. So yeah, I'm just doing a thicker winged liner. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say now. It's weird watching myself over and over again. Also, I feel like my voice is so tired. I like worked both jobs today, so, you know. Oh, and next I am taking the Urban Decay matte bronzer. I thought this bronzer is part of a collection, but we've been selling it for quite some time now because I work at an Ulta and it's still on shelves. It's really nice. It's a little bit more on the warm side, but to me this is like essentially what I use to contour, not really bronze with. I already have a really oval face, so for me contouring really isn't in my books. The only thing I genuinely contour is my nose, and even then I still use a very warm product to do that. But I'm just defining my cheekbones a little bit here and my temples. I bring it around my entire hairline. And sometimes I'll do it down my neck. I forgot if I did this day, but again, I do, just like with my foundation, I do my bronzer in such light layers with a very fluffy brush. So that way oh, okay, bitch, go off. My bronzer looks nice and gradient and I look super smooth. So the trick is doing everything in light layers. Foundation, powders, nail polish, literally everything. Lighter layers looks best than going in with something super heavy and regretting it. And then now I'm taking that on a blending eyeshadow brush that I use to contour my nose. And then my holy grail product is MAC Give Me Sun. This is the product I feel like people are always like, oh my god, what bronzer do you use? You always just look super glowy and just nice and tan. And this is the bronzer I always have on. It's not matte. It's one of their mineralized skin finishes, I believe. And I go in with this. This is one of those products that if I were to have only 5 products before that I had to use for the rest of my life, this would be one. And then next I'm taking this Kevyn Aucoin blush in the shade Helena. This is another blush I use pretty frequently, and I'm just taking that on this Morphe fluffy brush and putting that on my cheeks and probably my nose because I always do. So yeah. This blush looks super like mauve-y in the pan, but when I put it on, it's very baby pink on me, and it's super smooth. I think I got it on sale at Marshalls for like $8. And then I am applying the Tarte Glamazon lashes. These lashes are very dramatic, but look so gorgeous. I swear when I saw them in the packaging in the store, I was like, these look horrible and ugly. But for some reason, I still bought them. I was like, okay, I want to try them. And I think I've been through like 10 pairs at this point now. They're my favorite lash. And then next, I am going in with, what lip liner is that? I think it's a Morphe liner. I think in Guide Me. I have to double check. And I'm just lining my lips, which need more filler. They're kind of going down now. And then I always outline my lips with concealer. I'm using the Shape Tape again. And then for my waterline, I'm adding the Kat Von D lip liner in Swanley. Oh my god, this is going so fast. And then an e.l.f., a highlighter, and probably, Precious Petals. Putting that on my cheekbones, temples, down the bridge of my nose in the center. Next, I'm taking the Hangover RX setting spray and locking in everything I just did. This stuff is so refreshing. I love it. And then next, after that, I thought I was doing the next step, but nope. All right, next I'm taking Undressed Lip Gloss by Anastasia, and that basically completes the look. Thank you guys so much for watching. I apologize if I'm super rushed or make any typos. This is my first time doing a voiceover. But yeah, comment, rate, and subscribe.